Is not far hard to pick out, is he? With that beard, there's plenty of other strong riders, and I don't doubt that these riders in there as well are thinking about putting a little bit of overall time into some of the GC contenders that could well have missed this split. Albacini realises he's got to go to the front. Albacini is definitely the sort of guy who will make the effort laid on. We saw that in Liège.
I think he's making a mistake here. You know, we're into the last kilometre, and I think he should be sitting on. I think he should be sitting at the back and be prepared to lose this, because they've got Michael Matthews closing in from behind, and the fastest man here is Peter Sagan, hands down.
Well, as Peter Sagan is on the front, he's going to lead them. We're inside the final kilometre. Is this group going to knit up? There's nothing between them. They can't afford to throttle back for one single moment. And it's not a particularly technical finish. There's a few winds and twists and turns, but for a small group, not really a major issue as they make their way into Rheinfelden. The group behind, chasing hard.
Yeah, it's Lotto Soudal now taking over. Jürgen Rollins in the yellow jersey coming up very quickly. You've got to remember, two riders in this front group are 7 and 10 seconds off that overall lead. He's just at the front of the peloton in the left-hand side, inside the last 500 metres.
Inside the last 500, three up front. Will they contest the victory? It's going to be nip and tuck. There's nothing between them. Going for the big long one, Michael Albacini. The local man's going to lead it out. Peter Sagan has done so much work. Has he got enough to get in touch? As Sylvain Dillier finds that he's struggling to get on turns inside the last 50 metres, and Sagan goes the left-hand side of Fiction. No one's going to stop Sagan. Sagan takes two in a row. Dillier and Albacini there as well, as it looked as if Stibar might have left the group in behind.
Road to try and see if they've still got Mark Cavendish in position. He's still down there. Sagan is down to the right, but it's now Tinkoff trying to bring the train through for the man in the white jersey on the right.
We went through so quickly there, Phil. We are now inside of the final kilometre. There is Peter Sagan. Look at the way he moves through the main field. Open the door, please. I'm coming by. And in fact, Tom Boonen is moving right towards the front. He's right in front of Peter Sagan.
Ishachev moves up in the red jersey on the left, the last delivery man for Christoph as he tries to get through on the inside. And Peter Sagan's still an awful lot of work to do, but he's trying to go through up on the outside there to follow Dimensions onto the line. He is actually surfing, but on the left of the road. Now that's Brian Cockart who's moving up on the left of our picture. Now the break by Christoph on the right, Groenewagen in the centre, and what an acceleration by the Dutchman here. Is he going to take it all the way to line? Out to whip it, he's trying to challenge as they creep up towards line. Sagan is coming. What a sprint. Peter Sagan has got it. Unbelievable.
You do not win a World Championships by mistake. We never saw him in Richmond till the moment it was important. Today we've hardly talked about Peter Sagan, but this man keeps his cool. He waits, and all of a sudden the door opened up in front of him. Thank you very much, World Champ. We always talked about a World Championship curse. The World Championship winner didn't win races, but look at that.
Sagan is waiting there in that green jersey. A win today could well give him that jersey long before we get to Sacramento on Sunday.
Well, you've got to take your hat off to Mr. Sammy Sanchez, Olympic gold medalist, but again, more attacks. Nobody's going to lay down here and allow BMC to dominate. They're quite happy to go out on the attack again and again. And Sagan is covering all of the moves in the green jersey.
He's dodging every wheel he can get a grip of now, that rider in the green jersey, because he knows he's got the sprint, but he's got to hang on there, and they're not going to give him a ride to the finish. It is so difficult on a motor race track to ride a bike. Whoa, look at that.
There's a famous corkscrew right there, the right-hand corner. They have a little bit more of a scent. That was 1 kilometre to go right there.
1 kilometre to go to bring to an end another great day of racing on the Amgen Tour of California. The day 4 of 8, the end of the halfway stage. They've thrown everything. What happened to the 137 riders only 7 miles ago? There's a handful left.
Well, you can see BMC Racing now in 2nd and 3rd position, know exactly who they want to watch. You might just have noticed the rider in the white jersey from Trek Segafredo with the bandage on his knee. That was Peter Stettner, the man who was the animator of yesterday's stage. But they're even causing gaps in this group here as they go downhill.
It's a long time since I've seen a race like this. The riders are chasing everything to try and be into the position for a sprint. And all the time, the cool operation there of Peter Sagan. This is Janssen van Rensburg going again to see if he can make it. He's got a good shot here. Sagan's trying to get through in the middle. It's going to be a very, very tight finish as he comes up to the line. Peter Sagan gets it right on the line.
You have to take your hat off. People said to me last night, well, why did Peter Sagan lose so much time yesterday? Well, the fact of the matter is he's thinking about winning individual stages.
Wheel in red, and he's getting himself in a bad position like he did when he went into San Diego. And right behind him is Peter Sagan. 1 kilometre to go.
And now it's a little bit of confusion at the front as action starts to mix it up, but the acceleration coming around that corner. Christoph goes around, he slips down into 4th position, but that's still pretty good to him. Nobody wants to come off his wheel, but Peter Sagan is just locked right in there in 5th position, and they're now into the finishing straight and beginning to wind it up to top speed.
There's a lot of guys here. Theo Gegenhardt looking around to see who's going to try and take up the running here. He didn't want to buy Queen where he is. They're keeping Christoph's powder dry at the moment. He's now into 2nd wheel here. Peter Sagan is 3rd. Van Poppel is 4th. It looks as though we've also got Dylan Groenewegen is also up there in the sprint. They can now see the finish. It's the last desperate move by the lead-out man of Team Katusha. Now Christoph breaks. He sees the finish, grits his teeth. Is he going to make it right this time? Because he's quick. Sagan is challenging him. Peter Sagan comes to the line. He gets 2nd. Christoph wins. Van Poppel 3rd. Groenewegen 4th. My goodness me. How did Peter Sagan find that sprint anyway? But Christoph this time got it right.
Well, he's...
Green Edge go for the line. They've got Matthews in perfect position, but being stalked by Peter Sagan as they come through the final couple of turns. They pick up the cameras with 500 metres to go, and Michael Matthews in perfect position, but so too is Peter Sagan. Who's going to fire first? Cavaria is there, and has Jürgen Rollins made a split here? That could be very significant. I think he could well have done. Who is this on the front as the Orica Green Edge into the final 300 metres? Going for the line. Here comes Sagan. He fires first. Matthews is blocked out, and Sagan has the advantage. Cavaria tries to get around the world champion, but surely it's Sagan to the line. Peter Sagan gets his hands up. Nobody's going to stop the world champion. It's a 12th stage victory for him as he holds them off all the way to the line. Riders, was it Stuyven? Perhaps looked like he had a bit of a problem, and wonderful job being done by the yellow jerseys. He's managing to stay in position and on the wheel of the Elix Quick-Step riders as they make their left-hander well inside the final 2 kilometres now. The lead-out riders being jettisoned. They're going to leave it up to them inside the final knockings of this stage.
Very little time to move up now, and Stuyven is in a very good position. He's keeping Gaviria out into the wind, so just behind Gaviria, he's pushing and shoving, trying to get on the wheel of Ricchesi, but Sagan is there and just moving up his Orica Green Edge. Everybody knows that they have to come into town. A pushing and shoving from Sagan and Stuyven, very important for Ricchesi to gain control of the front now.
Inside the final 300 metres, who's going to make it into this final turn? Will they be able to launch? It looks like Elix Quick-Step, Quick-Step, but trying to dive bomb down the inside. He hasn't quite made it. Will they all get through this final turn? Van Poppel, his problem manages to stay upright, but going for the win. No one is going to stop. Is this Gaviria getting the victory? Ricchesi gets the victory. A wonderful 1-2 success for Elix Quick-Step as Ricchesi manages to hang on ahead of his teammate, and Peter Sagan couldn't quite get into that final turn. Well, we said...
Et regardez, voilà, à l'instant même, il aura fait 182 km d'échappée à 4, à 3. Le final, tout seul, qui lui est presque fatal, pas encore tout à fait rejoint. Alors que le combatif sera bien sûr demain avec le dossard rouge, mais ça va pas être, ça va être une maigre consolation. Ce sera bien sûr, j'espère, Stuyven, le coureur belge, qui, regardez, est à l'instant même absorbé, il résiste, il tient encore, mais son rêve va s'envoler à 500 mètres. Il lui a manqué 500 mètres, 400 mètres, et Kreuziger qui tente d'emmener Peter Sagan, Greg Van Avermaet dans sa roue, Julien Alaphilippe à droite de la route, allez rentrer Valverde, Christopher Froome est là aussi, c'est Kreuziger qui travaille pour le champion du monde, Peter Sagan.
Alaphilippe, il faut le faire, hein, il a l'air à l'aise, Julien Alaphilippe, il faut y aller.
Attention, ça part à gauche de la route. Peter Sagan concentré, Valverde aussi, c'est une arrivée qui leur convient. Julien Alaphilippe, on se croirait à l'arrivée de la Flèche Wallonne. Un mercredi après-midi en Belgique, en haut du mur de 8. Sagan concentré, Julien Alaphilippe découvre le Tour de France. Sagan qui est débordé, Sagan est débordé, Julien Alaphilippe qui s'en va peut-être pour la première victoire française. Mais Sagan qui va déborder à droite, Peter Sagan est le plus fort. Peter Sagan est le plus fort à vélo d'avance, le champion du monde s'impose. devant Julien Alaphilippe. Alejandro Valverde, je crois, est troisième.
Et Daniel Martin quatrième et